Valentine's Day, you bunch of fuckers. I'm all by myself. I'm sure you got your girl with you. I've been sitting down there at some bar across the street watching everybody come in with their dates. Then I saw one guy. He won't have her for very long. He must have had a good job or something, because she was too cute for him. I started to say something, you know, and he got all uptight about it. All right, check this out. Ready? Old timer, it's too late to die young now. Old timer, five and dimer, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. My new stuff's not as good as my old stuff was, and neither of it's much when compared to the show, which will not be as good as some other one you saw. So help me, I know, I know. Old timer, too late to die young now. Old timer, five and dimer, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. I've met every fool that ever signed their name on one of these walls and the backs of all these beer joints and concert halls. I've been through 7 managers, 5 labels, 1,000 picks and patch cables, 3 bands, a band, a bunch of guitar stands and cans and cans and cans of beer and bottles of booze and bags of pot and 1,000 other drugs that I forgot. I thought that I'd be dead by now. But I'm not. So that's the first one. Driving all day, we both said nothing. You threw your face in a magazine. I tuned into the old East station. I flew away in a time machine. This world is so amazing. Sun is shining and it's raining too. I waited all my life for you. I don't mind sometimes not talking. Sometimes there ain't things to say. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. I kinda like it when you think that way. I think I'll just keep on driving. Anywhere will do. I waited all my life for you. All this time I knew you were out there. All this time I knew someday I'd find you somewhere. Some people tell you everything they think of. They say, yes, I will, but they never do. Sometimes I've gotta ask you to speak up. Everything that you say is true. Say you'll be mine forever, never leave me blue. I waited all my life for you. I waited all my life for you. I waited all my life. I've been drinking Sprite lately because they tell me I can't drink anymore. That's what I said. I said, fuck that! They said, no, seriously, you gotta lay off that shit. You're 37, you got a body like a 950-year-old man. I said, I'm on the folk circuit. They went, oh, okay. So I do want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day, especially if you're here with somebody that you love. Yeah, that's cute and sweet. But really, if you are with somebody that you love, you can look at each other and go, oh, he said something about it. I called my wife just before I came here. That last song was my Valentine's song. I'm gonna do this for my other Valentine. It goes like this. Nowhere to go, no one to call, nothing to do except for nothing at all. It's the same old climb up the same old walls I've fallen down before. I've been down, I've been a little bit depressed, been overworked and overstressed, but deep down here I know I'm blessed. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna scream, I ain't letting nobody kick a hole in my dream. I will not be falling apart at the seams like I've always done before. You see, I've used my fists, and I've used my voice, and I've used myself like a cheap Rolls Royce. I never knew that I could just use my choice. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna do it. Play it, boy, okay? Step outside of all this, I can see that there's a shitload of you here. And I appreciate that. I want to remind you to tip your bartenders too. When there's so many of us like this, and we tend to drink a lot as a group, don't forget to tip your bartender or your waitress if you got one, you see, okay? And then the other thing I wanted to mention was that people talk behind people's backs. They scheme and they plot and they plan attacks, but someday soon we'll be switching tracks in a way that this world can't ignore. So call all of your buddies, call all of your friends, call up your enemies, make amends. We're forming a club and letting everybody in. We ain't gonna cry no more. Ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna cry no more. Lord, we're forming a doctor said that I wouldn't have to, they said I could go without drinking and drugs for a long time and still be high for quite a while. I'm trusting on them on that for now. We'll see how it works. Is that me on the TV? Well, that ain't right. I shouldn't have to see this shit. I've seen it. This is supposed to be for y'all. Jesus, what the hell happened? God almighty. Isn't there a game or something? This goes out to some of you older folks. I see some of you younger people coming sometimes to see me, and you don't know how much that means to me to see you younger people coming to see me. I love that, especially you girls that don't wear shoes and your feet are all fucking dirty. I love that shit. I love that shit. But for those of you that are younger, I am here to tell you of another time back way before CDs. Back when we listened to records on vinyl. And when half of the record was over, you had to put the bottom down and go over and flip it, man. You kids today have it easy, you don't have to fucking flip it. So one day when I was living in Memphis, this song was like 7 years in the making. I didn't have anything except for these records, vinyl records, and I had a sofa on the floor and my vinyl records and this little desk that I would work on my songs I had, and that was it. And I would listen to those records, and I did that. I lived like that in California, and then that didn't work out, so they said I should go to some other city. And so I went to Austin, Texas, and I remember my brother, he gave me a plane ticket because he had a job and everything, and he said, come on down. So I got down to the airport, and the lady said, well, this is one of those red-eye flights. You can only bring one bag, you know. And I had all my clothes and all my records. So I showed up in Texas with all my records. And about 10 years later, when I was living in Memphis, I remembered that moment, and I came up with this song, and I came up with about half of it, and then I put it back in the shop and didn't think about it again for a long time. And then I was making a record called New Connection, and sometimes when I'm working on a record, I say, you know what else I need is a song like there'll be some old song like, I need a song like My Generation, you know, and so I'll try to write something like that. And on this particular record, I was saying, you know, the only thing I'm missing is some song like, you know, like I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie. Remember that song? And it was like, no, I don't remember that song. I said, no, it's on the second record or the third record. You know, it's one of the records. And my producer said, I don't think it's on any of your records. And I said, maybe I never finished it, you know. But it's exactly what we need. So I went back to my house and I took all my vinyl records out and I spread them all on the floor again, just like I had done the first time. And I kept working on it and I kept working on it. And I just put out a record called Viva Satellite not very long ago, where I took a lot of heat, not only for recording the Joker, which wasn't my fault, but a lot of people had said that it sounded like Tom Petty, which was my fault. Anyway, I started going through my records, and when I finally got and I looked at my big, huge pile of Tom Petty records and I mentioned him, I thought, all right, now you're done with your song. So if you know it, I hope you sing it, and if you already heard that story and it was different this time, I'm sorry. Unless you were hoping that it would be, and then that was no problem. I just threw that in for nothing. I got a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I played each one of them over at least a dozen times or more. selectors, a fork. I got another to spare, and that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Rita, Chris Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Blue U2 and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo, Nixon and Rick Sager, and a whole lot more. In that dusty old pile of vinyl record sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all of my clothes, and the other was all those old records of mine. Lady said I could only bring one bag, and I had two. Oh, what a drag. I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. But I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, Guy Clark, Van Halen, Rita, Chris Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Harry Lillian, Tube, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rice, Hank Williams, Mojo Nixon, and Rick Sager, and a whole lot more. I got all the Booker T's, Tom T. Halls, Bobby Barry, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Crumps, Kiss Cross, Stills, Ann Nash, John June, and Roseanne Cash. I got Forward From, Sam Dave, T-Birds, Yardbirds, Stevie Ray. And if you're one of the 10 or 12 people that bought my third album, you might have figured out already that I got piles and piles and piles of Tom Petty. Baby, don't I feel like it right now? Don't feel like something from the tree. I knew this was going to be fun when I left my hotel. I had a feeling I was in this restaurant. God almighty, it was one of them like places that calls itself something else but Fridays, you know? You ever notice how there's like all those bars, they call themselves some shit, but they get the food from the people that sell the food, the Fridays. And have our extreme fajitas. No, man, I just want to drink, man. I gotta go show, I gotta go do. Could you lay off about the fajitas? I'm just trying to be totally honest with you. I gotta do this show for my friends at the Whip, especially those who eventually, I'm going to do any song that you want to hear, you know, okay? Eventually, I won't leave here. Well, I know they got some DJ coming, but we'll stay till they make us stop, and I'll play whatever you want to hear. Just make a deal with me. Every once in a while, you got to let me stop and play some song I want to hear, okay? Yeah! And then we'll just do all... This is called Horseshoe Lake. This is from a band. Too many questions under my skin. My back is aching. I'm so confused. I can't help but feeling like I am being used. I did like they told me to. I settled down. request portion of the show. But we will. We really will. And I'll do double wide. Shit, I love to do double wide. It's only 3 chords. But as I was coming into the theater tonight, I met a few people and they had asked for some songs, so they're ahead in line, I guess you could say. But I'll remember that, and I'm going to do this song for some people that I met coming in. And then I've also got a story that I want to tell you. I hope you don't mind. Sometimes, if you've never seen me before, maybe one of your friends dragged you out to see me tonight. And you've never seen me before. And if you haven't seen me before, my name's Todd Snider. I've been driving around 15 years making this shit up and singing it for anybody that'll listen to it. Some of it's sad, some of it's funny, some of it's short, some of it's longer than others. And sometimes I'll go on for as many as 18 minutes in between the songs. Sometimes I'll come to a town, tell a story for a song, come back to the same town and tell a completely different story for the same song. And as I said earlier, I apologize in advance for that, unless that's what you were hoping for. And then again, I say, no problem, I just threw that in. This is one of my favorite ones. I made the record of it after I went to a funeral and I recorded this song. It's the only song I ever recorded in a tie, with me and the boys play it like this. Racing the moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to let freedom ring. I said I had to get a permit, bunch of tags and everything. I never made it through the red tape, got a paper hat. Got a job working weekdays. You want fries with that? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So I gave one-way ticket to tears in the grass and the lane. Can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed. I said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is pitch? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Well, I gave one-way ticket to cruise in the past lane. Can't complain. One more shot, I just need one last chance. You know I won't get caught. I want to make my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. But then again, you know, on the other hand, how much have you got? Nothing to gain. It's like a one-way ticket to cruise in the past lane. So lost in space, racing the moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. Overall, I can't complain. You're having a good time, man. Seems like it's going pretty good so far. She sure was. Caused her a lot of problems, too, in her marriage. You want to hear that? I'll do that. But then I'm going to tell the story I wanted to tell. I've got this story that I like to tell that I haven't told in a long time. And somebody came up to me and said, will you tell that story again? So I will. But first, I'll do this. Watch. Ready? This is hard to do, too. I wanted to record this about 4 records ago, but it took me 2 records just to figure out how to go like this. But this is kind of hard. Black, Willie was white. Betty and Willie got it on one night. They climbed in a bottle of Tanqueray. Fell in love that very day. They sat by the fire. They listened to jazz. They had pretty little dreams, like every couple has. But they had to be careful when they went out at night, 'cause Betty was black, Willie was white. Old man cut him out of the will. He hired a lawyer. He sent Willie the bill. He said, do what you want, boy. Anything's fine. It's just from now on, you ain't no son of mine. Betty's mama, she tried to understand. Give her the back of his hand. He said, get out of this house, girl. Don't you even ever come back. You see, Willie was white, and Betty was black. Difficult one. They put up with sneers and social shuns. Then one fine year, they had a boy and they named the boy Tad, and they dreamed of a year that wouldn't be so bad. Would stand in his skin of brown and not be afraid when he walked downtown, and dream of a day when the future's alright, and you can be proud to be black or be proud to be white. Dream of a day when the future's alright. You be proud to be black, you be proud to be white. You dream of a day when the future's alright, when you can be proud to be black, be proud to be white. Dream of a day when the future's alright. You can be proud to be black, be proud to be white. Dream of a day when the future's alright, when you can be proud to be black, be proud to be white. Dream of a day when the future's alright. That it was black, Willie was white. I live in Little Hollywood, Tennessee. That's what they call it. It's right outside of Nashville. It's this tiny little neighborhood where all our houses are sort of like Mexican houses. It's really a beautiful part of the city. I don't know how we found the house, but we bought it. We live there. We love it. Every day, I'm one of these people you'd be surprised. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I sleep twice during the day. So my first time I get up is at 5 in the morning, and I like to get up and go walk for as far as I can, right? So I get up at 5, and the sun's about coming up, and I'm walking around this block, Little Hollywood, the block. And there's this old man sitting out on the porch with his shirt off. And it looks like the guys from Brough 549 are sitting there with him. And they're drinking whiskey, and I thought, well, see, now I'm up early. They're out late. And I didn't think nothing of it. I just kept walking. And the next day I came back around the corner. I was doing my walk. I would go around about 6 or 7 times, you know, just to get the blood going before you have to fucking pick up the phone and all that shit that life, you know, makes you do. And so I'm walking by, and the next time I see the same guy, Brough 549's not there, but this old man, guts out to here, he don't give a shit, man. He's got no shirt on. He's drinking Southern Comfort. It's 6:30 in the morning. He's got a joint hanging out of his mouth. So I walk by him, and I don't say anything. He says, "Hey, boy!" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You want a cigarette?" And I said, no, I'm good. He says, "You know, all that exercise is going to kill you one day." And I thought, I like this guy already. One of my neighbors, you know? So this is a true story. In fact, almost everything I say is true, but this is true. So then I go down to this bar called the Radio Cafe. And I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm having a Rolling Rock, and these girls are sitting down at this table behind me, and I can overhear them telling this story about how the other night, this old man that they knew who had worked at the Radio Cafe, they said he drove by the cafe. He was on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, but he had a moped helmet, and the helmet was kind of broke, and it was leaning to the side. And he was going about 6 miles an hour, and he looked like he didn't know. He didn't look like he didn't know where he was. And there's this 4-way stop there where everybody has to stop right in front of this Radio Cafe, which is a little hangout in my neighborhood. And so these girls said, this guy pulls up to the stop sign, honks his horn. Everybody looks up, and he's got his crooked helmet on. He says, "Hey, and what I forgot to tell you was, there's like 9 cop cars behind him with the lights going. And he's going like, not only is he going like 7, but he's stopping at the stop signs. Got his helmet fucked up. He sees his buddies, beep, beep, hey! Stop! See you tomorrow night, man! Cops behind, he goes driving off down the road. I found out later that when they finally caught him, they just beat the hell out of him. But this is one of those guys that you just couldn't beat the hell out of, you know? You could take his arm off, you'd say, yeah, keep it, you know? So, but when I heard this story from these girls, that's what I do. I was like, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. I really don't have to work or nothing. I just have to collect shit like this, you know? So I'm like, immediately I'm sitting at this table with these girls. I said, I got to know more about this guy, you know, that you're talking about. And they said, well, he calls himself Uncle Skip. I said, oh, man, I got this guy on my block that calls himself Uncle Skip, man. And they said, I think it's the same guy. He runs sound down here. And I thought, no shit, I gotta know this guy. So then, the next time I'm walking, I see him, and he's got the joint and the whiskey, right? And I said, yeah, man, I'll have a plug of that, no problem. Shit. And I, you know, took a hit off the joint with him, and we stood there and we talked, and he started telling me this great story that I would tell it to you, but he never finished it. So anyway, this is what happens to this guy. I found out as I learned through this guy, this character, everybody in East Nashville knew this guy. He was very famous. He liked train songs. And every time he walked into a bar, he yelled, "Play a fucking train song," until he got it. And if he didn't get it, usually the band got fired before he got kicked out. And I have watched, I swear to you, I'm not making this up, I have watched Emmylou Harris stop her set and play a train song for this guy. I watched Gillian Welch do the same thing. I watched Kevin Welch do the same. I've watched many different artists go, "Hey, Skip, shit, yeah, I'll do a train song," because that's what he liked. And he was a big biker-looking guy, and his friends that, you know, he hung around with, it just looked like you should just play the fucking train song. He drove one of those big, long, black Cadillacs. I love this. And this might make you think less of me, but I don't give a shit. This guy, he had one of these long, black Cadillacs, no plates. Plates are all fucked up. No driver's license. No any of that stuff. The trunk of the car was full of a felony amount of drugs at almost all times. He drove as fast as he could everywhere he went. And when he parked at a bar, he would pull, because his heart was fucked up, so he would just pull right up to the door to where you had to kind of shimmy around his car to get in. And how this guy never got in trouble, I will never know. But I can't tell you how thrilling it is to go 80 miles an hour in a 25-mile-an-hour zone with a felony amount of drugs in the back of a Cadillac with some old Vietnam veteran that doesn't give a shit about anything. And I wouldn't suggest it to some of you younger kids to try, but some of you older people whose lives aren't going to work out anyway, you gotta give it a shot, man. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, to make a short story long, which is pretty much the trademark of my career, really. So this guy Skip and me, we become best friends. Every morning he gets up, he drives up to my house, we hang out, we sit around, we talk about his Cadillac. That was my life. If I wasn't home, I was hanging out with my buddy Skip, who I found out he had tour managed Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. That was his job until his health got so bad that he couldn't do it anymore. So he ran sound at this local bar. Well, the doctors told him, the story gets sad for a minute. Some of my stories will get sad for a minute, but not for very long. I'll say some dirty word and we'll all laugh. Am I wrong? Right? That's the way it goes. So this guy goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Man, you got cancer in your stomach. Shit, you're done, man." And my buddy says, "Bullshit." So he's sitting in the hospital for like a week, and it wasn't the veterans hospital. Was any veterans here? Yeah. Your hospitals are fucked. You know what I mean? More than any other shit we should be talking about, we should be talking about getting you guys as hospitals together, because you guys have worked so hard for this country, and then, you can throw confetti at fucking anybody, but you gotta have a nice hospital for these people to do these things for these countries, and that always made me mad about my friend. This friend of mine, I'd take him to the VA hospital, and they'd treat him like he owed them something, you know, and I thought they owed him something. So one day he passes out in his house, and the ambulance comes, and they don't take him to the VA, they take him to the normal hospital. He calls my house, like, "I'm in the normal fucking hospital, man." This is fucking great. I got a morphine drip, man. I just hit the button. I just hit the button. Hang on, I'm gonna hit the button. You know? I go, "That sounds great." He goes, "Yeah, they said I'm gonna die though," which is a drag. And I thought, I don't believe you. I don't believe that this guy's gonna die. So me and my wife, we had become his family by this time. He didn't have any family. We're not even sure his name was Skip. We're still trying to figure this out. He said he was a 57-year-old man named Skip Litz, and my wife and I, we're still looking into that. Either way, I don't care what his name was. I love him, you know. So he's up in the hospital they call my house and they say, he says that you're his family, we have bad news, we don't think he's gonna make it through the night, he doesn't wanna be here, he wants to talk to you. So, great. So I put him on the phone, he says, listen man, they tell me I'm gonna die, you think I wanna die in this fucking hospital? Listen, come get me, I want to go have a grill, we're gonna have a barbecue in your backyard, and then at the end of it I'll die, it'll be great. I said, for you, maybe. The rest of us are going to have a lot of cleaning up to do. Not to mention phone calls and things we have to make. So, but he's my buddy, right? So I do it anyway. Honest to God, I show up at the hospital. He's got a joint hanging out of his mouth. He's got his boots on. He's in his hospital, whatever that gown is that they make so your ass hangs out, which I think they do on purpose to embarrass you and make you feel less than them. They could make a gown where your ass didn't hang out. They do that on purpose. So he's walking around, he's got that shit going on. Now listen to this, you won't believe this. He's got all these plastic spoons taped to himself. And he's walking into all these old people's rooms, and he's saying, they fucked up my plastic surgery, man. He said, I don't look a thing like Elvis, man. This is bullshit. And all these old people who are obviously not going to be around much longer, they were laughing so hard. And the doctors would be like, Mr. Licht, we need you to come out here. And he's smoking a joint. And I'm like, oh, man, you guys fucked up my plastic surgery. And they're like, please. And you can tell the old people are like, don't make him leave. Jesus. What am I going to, we're going to watch Jeopardy when he leaves? So the doctor says to me, he says, listen, this guy, he's not going to make it through the night. So he's signing himself out against all of our wishes, and you're in charge of him. So there you go. That's how this works out. So I said, fine, I don't give a shit. I'll sign, he signs, we drive off. We go to my house, we have a barbecue. We start, and they say, as soon as his drugs wear off, he'll probably die. So we eat a hamburger, we're fucking around, we're listening to the oldie station. She said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. We're doing all that, having a great time. He starts drinking Southern Comfort. And, then, at about 8, he decides he wants to go see BR 549 downtown. I started thinking, I don't think this guy's gonna die. And he didn't chip in for shit at the barbecue. You know? So we take him downtown to see BR 549, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, I thought, fuck, I'm gonna die, you know? And I said, hey, man, perfect, hey. I said, hey, man, I think I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go home. So I went home, what is that, Sprite? That's great. You must really think that's Sprite in there. So anyway, I left him. I went home, and about 3 days later, he shows up in the truck. I don't know whose truck it was. There's like 3 girls in the truck with him. All right. And he's got a piano in the back of the truck. And he unloads, he makes the girls unload the piano, right? And he says, hey, you saved my life, man. I wanted to give you this piano. And I said, great. He says, if you were single, I'd have brought you these chicks. So then he says to me, I'm sorry this is such a long story, but this is a true story. It means a lot to me because a good friend, and I hope you're enjoying it. And it does have a bit of a sad ending, but which story doesn't, right? So he says to me, man, the doctors say there's this surgery they can give him that's going to take him out of pain, but not really change things, but make him so that he can enjoy the last few months of his life more. So they say, but you might not make it through this surgery. So I say, that's great, try it, you got to try it. So we take him down to the VA, and the night before the surgery, he calls me up, he says, hey, Sunshine. I said, yeah. He says, you got to get out of here. I said, okay. He said, bring some money. I said, oh, all right. So I bring some money, and when I get there, he's in his jeans and his boots and his jacket, but he's still got the tubes hanging out of his arm and shit, and the thing around his wrist. And he says, let's go. And I said, what are you talking about, let's go? He says, fuck you. I said, what do you mean, fuck me? He says, come on, let's go. So we left, and we get in my car. He says, I gotta go to the bar, I gotta get a drink. So we go to this bar. He says, I want 2 Southern Comforts to the lady. And the lady says, okay. He says, I'm gonna die tomorrow, lady. And she says, okay. Here's your drink. Says, can I see your breasts? And she showed them to him. Because he was gonna die. Then, the next day, I went to Philadelphia to do a tour, and my wife called me and she said, hey, man, he didn't die. I wanted to call the bar and tell that girl, you know. Hey, you could have kept your breasts to yourself. Nevertheless, he was feeling good, and he said, you know what I'd really like to do, man? I know I don't have a lot of time left, but I want to tour manage again, you know? She said, come with me. Let me go with you. I'll be your tour manager. So I said, okay, you can do it. So we went to, I'm sorry, the song's about an eighth of as long as the story. I decided, okay, you be my tour manager, man. And we went to Florida. We swam on the beach in Florida. We went to Santa Cruz. We went to Portland. We went around the whole country together. And then we were supposed to go to Virginia, and I went over to his house to pick him up, and the motherfucker was dead on his couch. He was smiling. I don't know what he was watching on TV, because the TV was off. And I sat there with him for a while and went, shit, man, you're fucking dead. I better call somebody. So I called the cops, and about an hour later, they showed up, you know. I got all the drugs out of his house before they got there. They found some marijuana. They said, was this man a drug dealer? I said, yes. The cops said, well, who did he sell drugs to? I said, me. What are you going to do, arrest us now? So anyway, about a week later, I was on the road, and I wanted to make this song for my friend. People used to say, you're a songwriter? And he'd say, no, baby, I'm a song. So this song is probably not as good of a song as he was, but it was the best I could do, right? And this is my song for my buddy Uncle Skip, who was always yelling, play a fucking train song. And for those of you that asked for a train song, here you go. Smoking long black Cadillac, the engine's winding down. They park it up on the sidewalk like he owned the whole damn town. I hear him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through the thicker haze of Southern comfort and coke. He'd say, girl, you are hotter than the hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, babe, if he don't treat you well. And by he meant me, so I laughed and I shook his hand. He laughed a little bit train song. Pour one more round. Make them leave my boots on when they lay me into the ground. I am here on the way, locomotive, out on one track mind. I'm looking for any kind of trouble that I can't find. I got this old black leather jacket, I got this pack of Marlboro Reds, got this stash here in my pocket, got thoughts here in my head, the right to run until I've got to walk, until I've got to crawl. This moment that I'm in right now, nothing else at all. I play a train song, pour one more round, make them leave my boots on when they lay me into the ground. I am here on the way, locomotive, out on one track mind. Play a train song. In the television, blizzard lights, we were looking around this place. We found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I tried with all my sadness, somehow I just could not weep. The poor man looked to me like he died laughing in his sleep, singing a train song, drinking one last round. We made him leave his boots on the day they laid him down. He was the wrong way, locomotive, out of his one track mind. Play a train song, play a train song, play a train song.
Get up there. Go up
Not
there.
the same, is it? Not the same.
Ah, God, you wouldn't believe how my fucking back hurts. Oh, thank you.
That's very thoughtful.
No, that was really thoughtful. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you that have them in the dressing room, too. That's so thoughtful to bring flowers. I always said, you know, people used to always bring me drugs, and now I don't take them anymore. And I sure do like it when they give me the flowers, because those are, they don't fuck my career up so bad. Thank you. You can smell flowers and not say stupid shit to your manager. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes anyway. I had a plan. Okay, ready? Somebody asked me for this. I'm just gonna let this show sort of just play itself out, you know, and do whatever you guys want to do. And so I heard somebody ask for this song, and I'm gonna play it for you. And eventually I'll play all that beer drinking shit. We can get all drunk. But did you just say hello, everybody? Southern Draw. Oh, that one. Easy Money. I'll do that one eventually too. This is my favorite new one that I got because where I come from is Portland, Oregon. Yeah, I'm off the sauce. You're not? Actually, I am, and I haven't felt better in a long time. I just can't keep myself from joking about it, you know. So I'm going to play one more new song, and you guys have been so patient with the new songs, and then after I do this, I'll just play whatever, all the shit you want to hear, okay? This is one of my favorites. I come from Portland, Oregon. There's a band from Portland, Oregon that was really famous in the 60s. They had one song that I know that you'll know, and they come from my very hometown, and the thing that they're most known for is that they were the first band in the history of America to be investigated by the FBI, because they were the first band in the history of America to release a record that people couldn't totally understand the lyrics to. And so the FBI listened to the song and they said, I don't think we know what he's saying right there. He could be saying anything. And so they opened up an investigation. There's a documentary on it if you want to see it. They have a huge file on this band. And I want to dedicate this band. They're called the Kingsmen. Okay? And I love them. I love them. If you've never heard them, go get their records because they're fantastic. And I want to dedicate this song to the Kingsmen. And my hope is that this song will inspire all of you to have sex with each other later. Especially if you're on some sort of Valentine's thing. But anyway, this is another one of those stories, so, okay, so it's kind of quiet or whatever. And then after this, I swear to God, I'll be just like, beer, beer, fucking beer, beer. The Kingsmen came together in a garage. They could hardly even play, but they practiced night and day, and pretty soon they got to where they could really play that song, Louie Louie. So they saved up all the money for their shows. They went into one of their recording studios, and they gave their version of that song a try. Now, I don't know the lyrics to that song, Louie Louie, and I'm pretty sure the singer for the Kingsmen doesn't know them either. If he did know them, he didn't get them right on the record, because on the record they sound completely jumbled in his jaw. He says, me think of me girl, oh so constantly, I may make her, ooh, Well, that last part scared everybody from the PTA to the FBI. See, the kids have been going kind of crazy lately. It seemed like nobody could figure out why, so they decided to form a coalition, launch an investigation. You know, for the children, they at least had to try to figure out the words to Louie Louie. It's this feel good. Hit of this endless summer gets these kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. You know, Marilyn Manson's real name isn't even Marilyn Manson. He's a skinny public high school kid. He is not some monster from out of this world. And like a lot of other skinny public high school kids, he was sick of getting beaten up by the pulling guard all week, only to go out on the weekend and watch the quarterback get all the girls. So he formed a goth band, man. And now, you wouldn't believe the chicks this guy gets. A few years later, a couple of latchkey kids go tragically mad, and everybody's standing out in front of the television store at the mall trying to figure out what went wrong. And I heard this guy, he says, you think the life of a kid going to high school in America could have really gotten so bad? And this other guy says, no, it was probably just the lyrics to one of those goddamn Marilyn Manson songs. You know which one I'm talking about. It's feel good. Star-Spangled Bomber, hail, hail, rock and roll. remembering me from the days of old. Music's their body and soul. You know, every 10 years or so, our country and some other little country, we start firing all our newest weapons at each other for some reason or another, right or wrong, like it or not, man, it happens. And when it happens, people get shot. When people get shot, they show it on TV a lot, every night at 6 o'clock, and you don't have to be 18 to see it. Hell, you don't even have to be in first grade. First grade, where they teach you the pride, they tell you that you're going to need to thrive in a world where they say that only the strong will survive. So you're taught the art of more to compare to and to keep score Monday through Friday while the kid stares at the floor until Sunday they make him go to school once more, only this time they make him listen to some guy who claims to know where people go when they die, tell him that only the meek will inherit the earth. Well, shit, by this time the kid doesn't know what anything is worth. Now, brothers and sisters, I am only one guy, and I don't even know the words to that song, Louie Louie, but I can tell you right now, without batting an eye, that the next time some latchkey kid goes wrong, it's not going to be because Eminem gets to say dirty words in his song. And I'm not trying to preach to you either. I'm just trying to sing too. String a few words together, you know. Hopefully they'll rhyme someplace. Hey, kids. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. He tried to look like he had a little bit of money. The grifter with a southern drawl. I could tell right away by the way he was running that boy was just begging to crawl. At least a junkie knows what he needs. You get a man all strung out on his own greed, and he'll give up everything he's got for just one shot, having it all. When would you believe this? He's gonna let both of us in. So they took all the savings out of the bank on the way home this time. 2 years of the tank, she stepped in for some savings and she never saw that fucker again. He wanted easy money, saying that it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. Even if you don't know it, say, oh, the least they can possibly do. They want that easy money. I don't understand. Oh, scheming and plan, but they can't get their hands on that easy money. Oh, scheming and plan, but they can't get their hands on that easy money. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, yes I do. You know, just the other morning I was hanging around in my house. I had that new book with all those pictures of Madonna naked in it, and I was checking it out. Just then a friend of mine came through the door and said she never paid me for a scumbag before. She said she didn't ever want to see me anymore, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. Yeah, he said, I think I'm an alright guy. I just want to live until I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I know I'm dirty and I've probably smoked about 12 miles of dope. But it ain't like I'm going on TV and tearing up pictures of the Pope. I know I get wild, I know I get drunk, but it ain't like I got a bunch of bodies in my trunk. My old man used to call me a no good punk, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. Just wanna live until I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but I know I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Those of you that know it really got it down, but some of you that don't know it are still fucking it up. So you might not have to get it totally right this time, but maybe by the next time you come, you'll have it down. And you can have a friend of yours with you that's fucking it up. Just the other night, you know, these cops, they pulled me over outside a bar. They turned on their lights and they said, hey, we're gonna have to ask you to step out of the car. I was only a kid when I called them a couple of dicks. Still they made me do the stupid human tricks. Now I'm stuck in this jail with a bunch of dumb hicks, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. shit out of me want to hear this. D.B. Cooper was when we first heard his name. 47 miles away from where he fell down to his fame. He told me that the hardest part wasn't really jumping out of that plane. It was spending the night watching those lights shine through the pouring rain. They got a man on that next morning like nothing I've ever seen. I was only 8 years old at the time, watching on the TV screen, saying he was never gonna make it back. Daylight had set in. Later that night, they were shining their light down on the mountain again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up through the rain. For D.B. Cooper. So the cops blocked off all the exit roads. They turned loose all of their hands. They even dragged the river up a couple of times to see if he had drowned. With all them men working overtime, they swore they would bring him down. But a parachute and a few $100s is all that they've ever found. Not far away from the city of roses, lights shine from a house out in the rain. Some people say that he died up there somewhere in the rain and the wind. Other people say that he got away, but then his girlfriend did him in. The lawmen say if he is out there someday, they're gonna drag him in. Y'all sing what they say. As for me, I hope I never see old D.B. Cooper again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up through the rain. Sing D.B. Cooper, drinking champagne, drinking champagne, drinking champagne. Wah, bah, 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 bah. Got a girl in the Georgia hills, saved money so I paid my bills. Rolled a bottle and she took my pills. Got me sleep, she made a thing out of me. Knows the world that I want to see, and heaven knows that she ought to be prophesied king. Golden hair and halo eye, walking like she ain't satisfied, saying things that most girls hide. Sometimes she's rude, too bloody mad. She's full of grace, laughing all over her pillowcase. patiently, listens to me constantly. My always falling apart. She doesn't like it when I'm not home. Hate it when I gotta leave her alone. That girl's a ball with the jelly's a ball and the runaway heart. Hey, hey, saves money, so I paid my bills. Broke a bottle and she took my pills. Put me to sleep. She made a thing out of me. Knows the world that I want to see, and heaven knows that she ought to be a promise I keep. Thank you so much. You're still having a good time. He saw me play 7 times in how many different states? In 3 different states. And then I've never played this one, so even though it's late in the night and we're all drunk, I'm going to play this one. It's kind of slow, but don't worry, because I don't think the disco starts for a while. I'll definitely do that one. All right, I'll do that one. That's great. And I'll do that one too. These guys, and I'll do this for y'all, and then whatever. What else am I gonna do? I'm sure as fuck not gonna hang around for the disco. So here's a story song for some of you that still got it in you, okay? I'm gonna do this for my friends, and thank you for those shirts. That means a lot to me. Okay, this is a story song about a friend that I went to high school with, and it just takes a few minutes. Oh, you think you know somebody? You think they know you? Think you know somebody? Man, you never do. Jackie used to live 3 blocks away from me. We used to throw a baseball, climb this old oak tree. We would sneak his old man's cigarettes out behind the picket fence. We swore that we would always be the best of friends. We used to sit out on the curb and talk on summer nights until Jackie's daddy called him, and then he took off like a light. Friday nights were all the same, our high school senior year. Hung out at the river, drank Black Label with all of our old friends. Maybe sneak a toke or two down where the river bends. I remember how I said I'd drive him home one Friday night. He said, go on without me, buddy, I'll be alright. We went off to college, start our freshman year. I went off to school about an hour away from here, but you know Jackie, he took off. He went to college out of state. He used to call me all the time, and he would tell me that it was great. I'd say, I'm coming home for Christmas. Man, I hope you'll do the same. He'd say that he was coming, but you know, Jack, he never came. Oh, you think you know somebody. You think they know you. You think you know somebody. Man, you never do. The night he got married, I was his best man. He moved back to town, so now we're neighbors again. And I've since found myself a wife, so now I'm married too. Our families, they get together every Sunday afternoon. His boy and my boy sit down and they talk at night until Jackie calls out to his boy and he takes off like a light. Last night I saw flashing lights. I quickly ran outside. Neighbor lady told me that Jackie's youngest kid had died, and I was shocked to see that my friend, they had him handcuffed in the car, till this morning's paper told me how my buddy had gone too far. Now saying to Jackie, he ain't the only one to blame. Battered children have almost always grown up to do the same. Oh, you think you know somebody. You think they know you. You think you know somebody. Man, you never knew. I'm having a good time. I hope you don't mind if I keep playing. I'm even inspired to play a song that I don't know. Anybody can get up here and do shit they know. I don't know why that last song made me think of this, but I want to tell you this story too because I think it's good. That doesn't mean it is. Until one day up he shot it. Yeah, we rode the hard country down the New Mexico line. He had a silver pocket watch that never did quite whine. I used to go see his girl when Billy was gone. Me and Billy Kid never got along. No, me and Billy Kid, we never got along. I didn't like the way that he wore his boots. I thought he wore his hat all wrong. So one day I says to Billy, hey, I've got this foolproof scheme. We'll rob the Wells Fargo wants a silver pocket watch, pets a new chihuahua. I hate to think I killed him, but I'm so glad he's gone. In bed, kid, gone dead, got along. He's been in the sun too long. Or something like that. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. All you need is a 10 and 5 or a car and a key to the sober drive. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. A couple of frat guys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keane at the K-Big Swine. It's 4 a dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They wanted cigarettes. So to save some money, they got one off these hippies that smelled kind of funny. Next thing they knew, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. All you need is a 10 and 5 or a car and a key to the sober drive. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. There's a store with a sign that said the beer was cold. This is sent in Brad because he looked the oldest. They got a case of beer and a candy bar. Walked over to where all them registers are. Laid their fake ID on the countertop. Clerk looked, he turned, he looked back up, he stopped. He said, "Kid, I'm not going to call the cops, but I'm going to have to keep this car." The guys both took it pretty hard. Sing it if you know it. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. All you need is a 10 and 5 or a car and the key to the sober drive. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, they're right. There was this other old hippie named Sleepy John. He said he was the guy from the Robert Earl song, so they gave him their cash. He bought a bruise. It's a beautiful day in Santa Cruz. They were feeling so good. Should have been a crime. The crowd was cool. The band was prime. They made it back up front to their seats just in time to sing with all their friends. All of you say, "The road goes on forever and the party never ends." Hey, can all y'all that have your shirts on make it up here without getting electrocuted? I'll let these people sing the chorus for you one last time. Wait, you gotta get in line though. Yeah, he's gotta be at the front. They got the most of the fucking guys. Hey, I sure do appreciate you hanging around and giving me a chance to sing for you tonight. This has been a lot of fun. I got 2 songs left that I want to sing for you. I have a friend that's sick, and he asked me, a sick friend of mine said, please play one of my songs tonight when you do your concert. So I said, okay, I will. And then I was talking to my wife from the hotel, and she said, end the show with a Valentine song for me. So I'm going to do these last 2 songs, and then we'll take a break, and then do an encore if we can. I don't know what time the DJ thing starts. Cause some sort of trouble around town somehow. We gotta mobilize, man. So I'm gonna play you a true song, and I'm telling you it's true because it's so sad. It's a sad song, but you won't think it's sad. I just think it's sad. The guy that wrote it, it's a true song for him, and it's important to me that you know that. It's important to me that you know that I didn't write it, and it's important to me that you know that the guy who did write it, it's true for. Yeah, he'd prefer me not to tell you that the song was true, but I don't give a shit. He's not anywhere near here. And I know that being sick, he probably wanted me to play one of his sensitive songs, but fuck that. So here's another story song, if you can handle it. This is about a guy who tries to get some work done through the mail. Well, I knew I had to have it, so I sent her off in the mail. When I saw her picture in that magazine, and when the postman brought her, I thrilled as I blew up. The prettiest plastic girl you'd ever seen. I called my new girl Wendy. Wendy blew my mind. I figured I'd keep her around. Her blood kept her inflated when I had it in. When I pulled it out, she'd go down. She's a life-size, wife-size, full-grown, blow-up plastic girl. Nothing's missing, and she never has a headache. She doesn't have a dog, and she never has bad breath when we're kissing. She's there when I need her. She's more than just a friend. And her skin is as smooth as a pearl. My life-size, wife-size, full-grown, blow-up plastic girl. Well, I never told anybody except my best friend Earl. 'Cause you can't trust just anyone that you see. When I'd come home at night, all tired from making pizzas, Wendy, she'd be waiting there for me. One night I came home anxious, with Wendy on my mind, and it broke my heart in two when I walked in. And I found one that I always thought would always be just mine, laying there with Earl, my best friend. She's a life-size, wife-size, full-grown, blow-up plastic girl. Nothing's missing. She more than just a friend, and his skin is as smooth as a pearl. My life-size, wife-size, full-grown blow plastic girl. Well, I never dreamed that Wendy would be the cheating kind. And I never figured that Earl would let me down. But you don't know what can happen in these modern mixed up times. 'Cause there's a lot of fucking weirdos running around. Show when I can hear the front row and they don't think I can. Shit, he always does this love song shit right after he does the beer shit. It pisses me off. People always say to me, they say, well, what are you gonna do? You gonna do your story songs, your love songs, your sad songs, your funny songs, or what the fuck are you gonna do? I say all that shit. They say, well, what if the people only like some of that shit? I said, fuck the people. If you're not doing what you want, you're working. And this does not pay enough to be called working. So here's the song that I promised I would end this show with, okay? Okay. That doesn't mean we can't go through the rigmarole of the encore and all that. That's an interesting game we play with each other, is it not? And now I'm done. Cheer until I come back out. I'll do my one, you know the best, and then we'll all go home. Sorry. Anyway, hey, let me do this one for you. This is my favorite, and I'm going to do it, and I hope you like it. Tennessee, look a little like a you and me, car full of gas on the next trace, changing lanes in the same old race, find some kind of a warm place to go. I don't know where we're running from, but look how far we've come anyway. Hey, baby, I ain't afraid to be your man. I'll only say they had it made back someplace where they wish they'd stayed. I'm not afraid to take that chance. I've always thought there was something wrong about hanging around in one town too long, working the same old worn out song and dance. I wanna dance, tin drum with you. We ain't got a thing to lose either way. Hey, baby, I ain't afraid to be your man. I don't need destination. I'm not waiting for a plan. Let's get out of here. I'll go anywhere with you. Let's get out of here. I'll go anywhere with you. I'm not waiting for the plan. Let's get out of here. I'll go anywhere with you. Let's get out of here. So nice to meet you tonight. I had a great time. I hope you have a Valentine's Day that you remember. I hope you're with someone you love. God bless you. my knuckles on the monkey wrench. I go to town and drink, give the girls a pinch. Don't think they ever even notice me. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in the heaven. Fish and whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never gotta do this again. Again. Oh, my very first job, I said thank you, please. Maybe scrub a parking lot down on my knees. Then I got scared of bees. They only gave me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in the heaven. Fish and whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never gotta do this again. Again. Oh, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue, and then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. I won't forget that one. When I was a child, my family retired to Western Kentucky, where my parents were born. Backwards old town, I always remember so many times that my memories worn. Daddy wants to take me back to Urbana County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. It's a Peabody's coal train, it's all that way. Sometimes we'd float right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Avon Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we shoot with our pistols. Broken pipe bottles was all that we'd kill. Sing it if you know it, okay? Daddy wants to take me back to Urbana County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. It's a Peabody's coal train, it's a holiday way. Well, the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber, and they stripped all the land. They dug for that coal till the ground was forsaken, and then they wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy wants to take me back to Urbana County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. It's the Peabody's coal train, it's a holiday way. It's the Peabody's coal train, it's a holiday way. I don't know, I like that. One of my favorite things to do at home is sit around on the mandolin and try to learn John Prine. So sometimes when the mood's right, if I got the right crowd in front of me, I'll just sit here and I know that one of you wanted to hear Double Wide Blues, and I won't leave without playing that. But listen, if you like Double Wide Blues, and you might not know John Prine, but listen to this song that he wrote. I think this song's so funny. He wrote this in the 70s. It's called Living in the Future. And the first verse makes me laugh so hard, sometimes I want to wreck my car. And on many occasions I have. And I've never played it on the mandolin, but I think that it'll work out. Maybe next time, though, I'll try. I meant to do that tonight, but next time I will. I'll do it. I'll tell the whole story. We won't be long. Look, you'll like this song. Check this out, though. This is good. Jehoshaphat, the mongrel cat, he jumped off our roof today. Some say that he fell, but I could tell he did himself away. 'Cause his eyes weren't bright like they were the night we played checkers on a train. God bless his soul, he was a Tootsie Roll, but he's a dead cat just the same. We are living in the future. I'll tell you how I know. I read it in the paper 15 years ago. We're all flying in rocket ships, talking with our minds. We're turquoise jewelry, standing in soup line. You're standing in soup line. Oh, Sarah Brough sells tickets down at the all-night picture show, where they wind out sex and they rate it with an X just to make a young man's fans grow. No tops, no bottoms, just the hands and feet, screaming the posters out on the street, blaming the curious and the weak. Oh, they give them what they want to see. Oh, they give them what they want to see. Oh, we are living in the future. Tell you how I know. I read it in the paper about 15 years ago. We're all flying rocket ships, talking with our mind. We're into turquoise jewelry, standing in soup line. We're standing in soup line. Oh, Jake the barber's lonely daughter went down to her daddy's shop. She plugged herself into the barber pole and took a little off the top. There was pressure on the left, pressure on the right, pressure in the middle of the hole. I'm going to Maine on a 40-foot crane. I'm going to use it for a fishing pole. We are living in the future. Tell you how I know. Read it in the paper 15 years ago. We're all flying rocket ships, talking with our mind. We're in turquoise jewelry and standing in soup line. Thank you so much. You still having a good time? Okay, I'm going to do one more on the mandolin here, okay? This is one of my favorite songs. I know that every one of you that at least is married or here with the Valentine's Day has had to come home from somewhere and try to think of an excuse that was not the truth. And I think this is one of my favorite versions of anybody's version of that story. Maureen, I shot a doctor last night on an airplane. He said he wouldn't hurt us, but he made me feel nervous and